All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Guns and Guitars. And we are talking about the community builds again, the ES335, and also testing out my new wireless lapel microphone. I tested it in a short video walking around my shop, and it seems like it works pretty good. But I'm going to need you guys to let me know in the comments if you can hear me, because it's possible that maybe you guys can't even hear a word that I'm saying. I didn't give you guys much of a heads up on this live stream because honestly, I forgot about it. Forgot about it because I was playing with my new CNC machine. Look, it's working. Thank you to those of you who, all right, Nick says he can hear me, mate. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me on Friday as I assembled this CNC machine. The instructions said 10 to 15 minute build time. We went 42 minutes and I still didn't finish it, but that's because of me. I'm a terrible multitasker. We got about halfway through it and I ended the live stream. And so I picked up where I left off last time. And so sounds good from here. Just remember we can hear all the rattle from the goods in front of me. Hang on, sorry. My wife's not here to help me read comments, so I need to the rattle from the goods in front of you due to the proximity of the microphone. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for the heads up. I appreciate that. So my wife is not here. She is teaching, or not teaching. She took my son to an art class this evening. She's going to be doing that actually on Monday evenings from here on out. So I guess it's just going to be me unless we are okay with pushing the live stream back to later on Mondays when she can be back, which maybe you guys can let me know if this time slot is working good for you, or if it's not, we can push it back a couple hours. Anyway, long story short, I finished building the CNC machine this morning, or this afternoon actually. I came back to the project and I think I had it together in about, I don't know, maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. Like it went together really fast when I didn't have to multitask. So it's working fine with me, people are saying. Some people are saying maybe they can't hear me, and some people are saying they can. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. So let's talk about the community builds. We have a 335 kit here, and you guys, I got to talk to you about something. You guys in the I can bear you, says Breezy Tango. I hope that means I can hear you. So, gosh, I keep losing my train of thought. This is why it's good to have Mrs. Guns around to help me read the comments and not get distracted. You guys decided the pickups last week, and you guys selected Seymour Duncan P rails, and the second choice was Dylan P90s. And I decided to give my Patreon supporters a little special power this week, just because I'm trying to get all my communities here involved in this community builds. And I thought a cool way to give them some extra power, since they're my most supportive group, right? They're the group that actually supports me financially, which I thoroughly appreciate. So if you guys are Patreon supporters, thank you so much. So I gave them veto power. Basically, if they aren't happy with any of the choices that you guys choose in the community polls, then I keep getting distracted by these comments. If you guys aren't happy, or if they're not happy with the results, they can veto the first place, and instead the second place choice becomes the first place choice. So I asked them if they wanted to veto or uphold the decision to do the P rails, and it was 100% unanimous. They voted to veto the P rails and go with Duncan P90s. So, or not, sorry, not Duncan, Dylan P90s. So I reached out to my buddy Dylan, and he is 100% on board with winding us a special, one-of-a-kind, custom set of pickups just for this community build. So huge shout out to Dylan from Dylan Talks Tone. So he's going to be winding us up a set. And the super cool thing about it is, and why I really appreciate that that my Patreon supporters vetoed the P rails, is the P rails come in two colors. You get them in black or cream, I think, maybe white also. But these Dylan pickups, we are going to get to customize every aspect about them. So one, they're technically not going to be real P90s. They're going to be humbucker shaped P90s, which is honestly going to make it not a P90. It's going to make it like a P94 or something like that. So we're going to go with that. I was also talking with him. You guys expressed interest in hearing those Zhongbuckers because they were Alnico 8s. And so he actually is working on a prototype P90 using Alnico 8 magnets. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a custom P94 with Alnico 8 magnets, but you guys will get to choose everything about them. The color of the ring, the color of the slugs, the color of the mesh insert, or if we want to do like a wood veneer insert or something like that. It's all completely customizable as far as the aesthetics. If you want them wound extra hot, if you want them wound extra cool, these are all things that we can request, and Dylan's just gonna make it happen. So I am super stoked with that. I'm proud of you guys for voting the Dylans into the top 2, and I'm proud of my Patreon supporters for vetoing the P-Rails. From what I've heard about the P-Rails, they're kind of a jack of all trades, master of none. They don't really do any one thing very special. So, and it's the reason why I've actually never used them myself in a build before, is because while they're super cool and they lend themselves to all kinds of wiring tricks, which is kind of what I'm all about, just overall they don't sound awesome, is the reviews that I've heard. So, but Dylan pickups are awesome. So I'm super excited to move forward on that. The next order of business that you guys voted on was the tremolo. And you guys voted for either a Bixby style tremolo or a Duesenberg. And man, you guys have split your minds over this, okay? For a while, it was neck and neck, and I think the Bixby was out in front by 1% or 2%. And then we got into a stalemate of 50-50 for the majority of the week, actually. And then last I checked this morning, I believe the Duesenberg was ahead by 1%. We got a 51 to 49%, the Duesenberg for the Bixby. And so I don't really know what to do. When it was 50-50, I talked to my Facebook, my VIP Facebook group members, since they're my top tier Patreon supporters, and I asked them what we should do, and they were pretty evenly split on whether to do a Bixby or a Duesenberg as well. So I think if it comes down to a tie all around, I think the vote just goes to me. And so I'm leaning towards the Duesenberg, even though I'm going to have to pay for it out of pocket because they won't return my emails. I just want to do something different. I think doing a 335 with P90s and a Bixby is just it's just been done, right? So we got to, at the very least, got to throw in something a little bit different and custom. So I'm leaning towards the Duesenberg. The next, honestly, behind the tremolo, the next most voted thing was just to keep the stop tail, which was, in my opinion, really boring, but this is your guys' build. And the cool thing about doing the Duesenberg is that the Duesenberg, if you actually want to have a stop tail, you can pull this Duesenberg off and put a stop tail piece on without any modifications. So that's why I'm leaning towards the Duesenberg if the vote comes to me. So, all right, next order of business, we need to talk about finish. So it's looking like I'm not going to have to do any custom work to this. Okay, so I'm not going to need to route out for a Floyd Rose. I'm not going to need to add extra pickups or anything. You guys, I think, are just going to keep it more or less stock, except for the Duesenberg, which doesn't require any extra drilling or routing. So I want to hear you guys, since you guys showed up to my live stream. Sorry, I think I just tapped my microphone. Apologize for that. Since you guys showed up to my live stream, you guys always get first say in what goes up in the polls. So we need to come up with 4 really good options of what to do for the finish. And so I think before we talk about color, let's talk about the type of finish we are going to do. So the options, let me know if there's anything that I don't get to, but we could do a standard spray-on finish, which I am by no means an expert at. In fact, I've never really done one before, so I don't really recommend that, but if you guys want it, let me know in the live comments in the live stream. We could do stains and oils, which is kind of my specialty. I feel like I've gotten some really good results with that. We can do epoxy. It already has a flame maple top on it, but we could do a fabric top if you wanted. We could, you guys saw my Behemoth mini base. We could do an epoxy finish like that, so we get like a really high gloss. I could attempt to do that again. I kind of got my mistakes out on that mini base, so I think I could probably do it a lot better. So if you guys want a like super hard, glossy, thick gloss finish, we could do that. And then anything else. So Solgood says fabric top. Really, Corey, you want to cover up that flame maple with a fabric? I mean, you're welcome. I mean, it's up to you guys. If that's what you guys want to do, that's what you guys want to do. But so yeah, I'm going to have to go through and read these comments in the replay. And then I will put up a poll later this week for you guys to vote on. And next week, we'll go ahead and get started on, once it's chosen, we'll get started on finish sanding and getting it ready to do this stuff. And I'll make sure, we should probably also talk about the Dylan pickups, what we want. I'm leaning towards chrome or nickel for the rings. I think the Duesenberg is available in chrome or nickel. And then I don't think we'll have any issues finding a Tune-o-matic in nickel, but we might find issues finding a piezo Tune-o-matic in nickel. So if you guys are wanting a piezo bridge, which that was one of the things you guys mentioned in the very first live stream, tons of people saying piezo on this thing, then I would recommend chrome. So, but yeah, I think probably chrome hardware, we could do some sort of color insert. I don't think we could decide the color insert once we decide the color of the guitar maybe. Because you know Dylan does a cool like little mesh insert. So yeah, let's go ahead and why don't you guys go ahead and come up with a full-on color scheme now. You guys have probably let me know in the comments what kind of finish you want. So let's go ahead and talk about color. I think we should do, well, I think you guys should pick. How about that? But if you want a piezo, I would stick with chrome hardware. So come up with the color scheme. Let me know what color hardware. Let me know what color you want in the stain. And let me know if you want it relict or not. Corey just messaged me outside the live stream laughing at me. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, so go ahead and let me know that. And then while you guys are letting me know, I'm going to watch the replay, tally it up, and put the most popular things on there. I want to unbox something because I got a box in the mail today that looks an awful lot like it's a guitar kit. In fact, it's leaning up right there. It's in the shot. And I'm not entirely sure what it is because I did not order a guitar kit. And so I want to open it up and see what it is. But I think I have a sneaking suspicion what it might be. But I want you guys to see it firsthand with me to see if it is what I think it is, as I just throw all these extra parts over on my CNC machine. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see in the shot, but I successfully routed out a humbucker route in this piece of scrap wood today with the CNC machine. Once I got it finished, it really did not take me very long to get it running. The easel software is actually pretty user-friendly, and I already understand some of the language a little bit because of the CNC laser. So I was able to figure it out, I think, pretty quick. Anyway, let's get this thing up and open it up and see what it is. Those of you guys who arrived late to the live stream, I was late starting the live stream. I normally started at 5. I was late today because I was playing with my CNC machine and totally lost track of time. Also, on an unrelated note, I'm learning how to use a smoker, and I'm smoking a brisket right now, which has also had me distracted most of the day. And I only say that because if this live stream goes too long, I might need to take a break and go check on my brisket. How does this thing open? Okay. All right. Let's put this somewhere safe. And this is double packaged Yes. Okay. I know exactly what this is. So, one of you guys, one of you super smart guys, decided to go posting in the Bad Cats Guitar Community board that I started this live stream community builds without their kit that they promised to send. And so not long after that, Bad Cat contacted me and said that they wanted to get back in on the build. And so I told them they're not going to get in on this one, but if they want to send one for future, maybe I can do it again. My daughter just walked in. Is it important? Do you need something? You can play in the motorhome or you can play in here. It's up to you. But I'm doing a live stream right now, so. Okay? It's up to you. Okay. All right. So this, as you can see, sorry, I had to take care of business with my daughter there for a second, is a Firebird kit from Bad Cat Instruments. So they made good on their promise to send us a Firebird kit to build as a community, but they missed out on their opportunity. We are already like knee deep into this 335 build, so I don't think we should stop to do the Firebird. But depending on how this community build goes, I don't see why we can't build another one when we're done. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that we should give Bad Cat a second chance and let them sponsor a community build after we're done with this 335? Let me know in the comments if you guys are good with that. And yeah, I mean, in typical Bad Cat fashion, it is packaged really well. Double boxed, double wrapped in bubble wrap. Super cool. All right. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like these live streams are way less fun without my wife. So maybe those of you guys who are just now joining the live stream, my wife couldn't be here because she's taking my son to an art class, which will happen every Monday from here on out. And so the only way that she'll be able to be in the live stream and chatting with you guys is if we change the time that we do this live stream. So let me know if you guys are good with the 5 o'clock deadline, although it's 5:30 today because I forgot about it. Or if you guys are good with doing it at like 6 or 7 o'clock, then just a couple hours after, then we can get her back in. I personally would appreciate it. I feel like I can interact with you guys better when I have somebody dedicated to reading the comments and forwarding me questions. You guys having fun watching me struggle with this? All right. Whatever. That's good enough. All right, guys. Make sure you are watching my community tab this week because I'm going to put your top picks into some polls to choose. And next Monday, hopefully we can get started on the finishing process, whatever you guys choose. And hopefully you guys choose something good, because if you don't, Patreon supporters are going to veto it. So make sure you get your top 2 into the top 2. That way, if number 1 gets vetoed, number 2 will get it. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for showing up to this live stream, kind of unannounced and running late. And I will see you guys on Friday with my production video.